What is up, YouTube? How we doing? Now, today I wanted to talk about something, and this is a little bit personal, but I feel a bit comfortable enough to share this to you guys. So, I want to share a little backstory about my IRL life. Alright? I'm not going to be showing any clips of anything or anything else, so sit back, grab some popcorn, grab some tissues too, because this might be a little bit of a sad story about my personal life. Alright, anywho, so, as a kid, I grew up in like the 2000s. I was born in 2005. Life was good until I hit the age of 5. That's when I started getting really, really violent for no reason. And the thing is, when I was a kid, I would technically lose it when I would get homework or basically find something that's hard for me to do, and I would get so frustrated over it that I would literally lash out at my teachers. I used to hit, bite, scratch, or whatever, usual 5-year-old stuff when they're upset. But I was also on the spectrum too. I was autistic. I am autistic. I am on the spectrum, sorry. But I'm on the lowest on the spectrum. Now, I know that seems much, right? But after those little incidents, I was sent to a mental health facility for basically most of my life, I believe, until I hit the age of a certain age. I forgot. I believe I believe 10. Yeah, I believe 10 years old. I was fully released. And these incidents kept happening, but very rarely with me. I would get so angry that I would basically hurt or someone and do other stuff. Now, also, the thing about my school life, right? The thing about my school life is that due to me being autistic, right? I was supposed to be sent in, I was in special needs classes. But I wanted to be a normal human being, and being on a special needs bus and everything kind of felt weird to me. No offense to the people who are special needs, whoever watches my videos and you're in special needs, no offense to you guys. But I had this one kid on my bus, right? While I was heading home. He was being loud, really loud, and I was trying to take a little snooze until I get home. I politely tapped him on the shoulder and told him, "Hey, could you keep it down?" He then screamed in my face and then hit me, so I took self-defense. And I do not want to go into furthermore details on this because that could get me off YouTube, even though I don't have any strikes just yet. But anywho, and it's very kind of traumatizing for me, because being in a mental health facility for basically most of my life, I'm not too sure, and dealing with special needs kids kind of put a hole in my body. Because, yeah, and this stopped with my family. They keep putting me in special needs classes, but I'm used to it. Like, here, let me actually reaffirm you guys. So, when they stopped doing it, I would still be going on a special needs bus, but I would go into normal, actual, like, classes during my school time. I just wanted to be a normal human being and go on actual normal school buses with other kids around my age. I was like, yeah. And let me tell you this was during my high school days. I was like in high school before me and my family had to move. Because, yeah. And also, other thing too, I am a high school dropout. It is because the reason why is because my family and I had to move into a fifth wheel trailer. I don't know why, but I was like, okay, might as well. I don't mind traveling around the world. And all that stuff with the family and everything, it's fine. But I have just a genuine hatred towards my mother and my biological father. Right now, my mom's married to my stepfather. I can't speak today. Sorry, guys. What I'm trying to say is that my mom and my biological father have broken up years ago, when I was like at the age of 3 years old. So, and even though me and my family have their differences, I still love my mother. I still love my two brothers. I still love my biological father, and I still love my stepfather. No offense to everyone if my family manages to see this, but other than that, it's been a real rough journey for me in life. I'm still struggling to get a job. YouTube thing's just a side hobby until I can at least hit 1K in order to start making money. But the other thing is that I appreciate you guys and all the work you've been putting me through. Thanks for 100 subs again. And things just been like super stressful for me, basically. And I don't want to take a break here and all that stuff. But the thing with family and everything, it's been real rough. Alright. That's the end of that story. Let me tell you all the reason why I am stuck with a Dookie level phone. Because you guys saw the face reveal, right? So, Mom, Dad, whatever, family member, if you see this, do not start losing your mind over it, please. Anywho. So I was on a Discord call with my sister. Yes, I have a sister. We're just gonna call her Anonymous, because, yeah, I don't want to reveal her real name for her safety. Anywho, I was on a Discord call with my sister. We were catching up on family time, just doing whatever, wanting to play games with each other and all that, right? From my stepfather alone, he said to me that her father, my sister's biological father that my mom was married to until they broke up, used to track my mom using a tracking chip and and putting it in like certain places that my mom doesn't know about. And my thought process was, maybe he's still tracking us. So I tell my sister to give the phone to him. I start talking with him and telling him, hey, we don't want to get the police involved and everything if you're still tracking us, because why would you do that, right? And he said, yeah, whatever, and gave the phone back to my sister. We continued chatting for the day, and also, I used to live in a trailer of my own that one of my grandparents got me, so thank you guys, before it collapsed. As I was saying, yeah, we went to bed later that night after chatting with my sister. The next morning, I get a bang on my trailer door from my mother, because my mom was like the next plot next to me, right? I opened the door while eating breakfast in my mouth, and with my mouth full, and I said, what's up? I'm not even joking you. She said that my previous stepfather is demanding $10,000 over the conversation I had with him, and wants to bring my mom to court and everything. And she says to give me the phone I used to have. The phone I used to have was a Android, Samsung, whatever. And I was like, what for? Trying to protect this family? She just said, give me the phone before you anger me even more. I give it to her. She then says she's gonna go shopping, and I'm like, okay, just don't do anything stupid with the phone I got. Not even joking you. After she allegedly goes shopping, she comes back with the flip phone and tosses it into my home. My home-ish, because now it's like fully collapsed. And the amount of hatred I have towards my mother over that incident is wild. And why would you take my my phone over something that small, because you know you could possibly win that court case? I know what I did was kind of my fault, and I apologize to my mother over it. But you gotta understand that I thought he was still tracking us. So, and I guess it is kind of my fault at the end of the day, but again, I am sorry to my mother, family members, and other stuff like that, because, I mean, I was just trying to be protective for the family, because my thought process was he was possibly still tracking us and we don't even know about it. But, and that's how I got stuck with the flip phone that I've now been having for well over 2 to 3 years at this point. And yeah, things have been like really rough. And not only that, after this whole incident and everything, I used to be a TikToker, and I was getting really famous on TikTok until I got that phone taken away. But at least now we're starting from scratch here on YouTube, and I appreciate you guys once again. To any family member who sees this, don't take this too seriously. I'm just telling what's happening. But all other than that, yeah. Also, to everyone, I get super stressed out of the thought of living alone. I would stress eat. I would try to cure my stress by playing games, or just by eating in general. And it's been really rough, yes, but I'm trying to force myself to stop stress eating, trying to get myself to start working out and eat some like protein shakes and all that stuff so I can at least lose some weight. I am starting to get like chubby. I got a beer belly. Yeah, I got a beer belly even though I'm like 19 doing all this. And no, I have not drunken alcohol. Do not take that out of context, alright? But other than that, I appreciate you guys for listening to my little backstory. I know this is a little tragic and all that stuff. I am leaving out some certain details that could possibly get me banned off YouTube, so because yeah, the things that I'm leaving out include very very dark stuff that I do not want to talk about. But other than that, that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you for listening to my little backstory about my personal life. Things have been real tough, like I said, but I'm still trying to push through despite the pain and the whole sorrow and everything that I had to go through throughout my life and everything else. So, thank you. Alright, the little thing about my avatar is that I actually do have a scar, even though you can't really see it because it's like fully gone, to represent me. Alright, I have a scar on my right eyebrow, but this is the left eye. But I don't mind it. Anywho, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I want to thank you again for listening to my backstory. I'll see y'all in the next video, whenever I feel like uploading. And peace. Thank you guys again for listening. I appreciate it.